The Smithsonian National Museum of African American History and Culture opens its doors to the public tomorrow morning. President Obama, First Lady Michelle Obama, former President George W. Bush and Laura Bush, and Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts will all take part. Georgia Democrat Congressman Hank Johnson now talks about the museum's significance.
Congressman Johnson, can you give us your views of the importance of the new African American Museum to the country?
Well, it means so much to the collective psyche of African American people who, throughout the history of this country, have been beleaguered by a lack of knowledge about our history. When you don't really know how great your forefathers or forebearers have been, then it's hard for you to capture in the present moment how great you are and what your future potential is. And so what this museum will do is to restore the ability of African American people to reach back into history to see how great we have been, how our forebearers have been so strong and able and so accomplished. And so as each successive generation views those accomplishments, which we're adding to daily, by the way, it does nothing but strengthens our people, it strengthens our culture, and it strengthens the fabric of America, which of course is comprised of a multitude of threads, African Americans being a major thread in the history of this great nation.
The founding director of the museum, Lonnie Bunch, has said that he sees the museum as being the American story through the African American lens. What do you think about that?
Well, I think that's a great observation. I would add to it that it enables African Americans to peer into our own unique background and to be proud of our accomplishments and to have hopefulness about the future based on what we have already accomplished in the past. And of course, the present moment is the most important phase of living, be it past, present, and future. But to be able to look back onto the past provides us with a clear hope and even guideline for our future. So if we've accomplished so much in the past, there's no reason why we cannot continue to cut through all of the challenges that we face uniquely as African Americans and continue to build a tremendous positive history as demonstrated by the election by the American people of the first African American president 8 years ago. He's been elected twice now, has served 2 terms, and is leaving office with a very positive popularity rating or favorability rating. It says so much about what he and as a representative of us, what we have been able to accomplish despite the obstacles that were thrown in our way simply because of the color of our skin.
Can you tell us what the museum means to you personally?
Well, it means I have a home. It means I can go and savor the accomplishments of my past. I can go and learn about them because we've been cut off. Part of our challenge in this country is that our history we've been deprived of our history. It's been a systematic, related approach to handling the African Americans, is to cut them off from their history, actually forbid them from learning about their history, and then what history there has been skewed so as to not be accurate. And so this museum has the opportunity to recast our history from a long period into the past, restore a knowledge base about our culture that then creates a collective psyche that is much more healthy than the one that we have right now. And let's face it, our collective psyche as a people is damaged right now, this museum will go a long way towards our ability to heal ourselves. And also it shows others who decide to come to find out about our history who are not African Americans, gives them a greater appreciation of our role in making this country the great nation that it is today.
Congressman Johnson, thank you very much.